Murderous truck drivers prowling the nation's highways for victims have become familiar villains, really, in TV shows and movies.
In fact, the percentage of long-haul truckers who become murderers is small. But according to the FBI, there are likely hundreds of homicidal truck drivers on our roads who have never been caught.
Many of them have driven across Nevada and have left a bloody trail behind them. Tonight, Chief Investigator George Knapp takes a deeper dive into how victims are targeted. And some of this information, it is graphic.
86-year-old Reno resident Patrick Carnes was driving in tandem with a long-haul trucker along I-80 when he vanished forever back in 2011. His car was found in the same out-of-the-way field where 62-year-old Judith Casita's vehicle was found 5 years earlier. She, too, was never seen again. Nevada lawmen came to suspect that a serial killer trucker, possibly two, were picking off victims along I-80.
And this was actually where the vehicle was.
And I've seen some gruesome things in 25 years as an FBI agent, really gory crime scenes.
Former FBI Assistant Director Frank Figluzzi says the two missing Nevadans are not typical targets for serial killer truckers. Most of the known victims are younger women, either sex workers or hitchhikers. Figluzzi learned about the killers and their most likely victims by digging into a bureau program called the Highway Serial Killings Initiative, established in 2009, and learned even more by riding shotgun with truckers over thousands of miles, research that produced his best-selling book, Long Haul. By studying known murders, missing persons, and truckers themselves, the FBI estimates there could be 450 long-haul truckers who are serial killers, probably more. Many are sexual predators. Some just like to kill.
One indeed likes to control the outcome and loves the power and will prolong torture, rape, and other horrors. But the other one, George, the other kind of serial killer, simply wants to kill. He enjoys that power of life and death, and he kills quickly.
He's killing because he's lonely?
The specter of a mass murderer rumbling down the highway in a multi-ton traveling crime scene has been used in several TV shows and in movies, including the thriller Suspect Zero. But sometimes it spills out too close to home. Truck driver Chester Todd was suspected by the FBI of multiple rapes and murders of women, but he went on the run in 1996 and didn't surface until 2011 in Las Vegas, where he'd been living under an assumed name. Another serial killer truck driver, Wayne Allen Ford, had a severed breast in his pocket when he turned himself in to California police in 1998. He admitted to 4 murders. 3 of his victims had been dismembered. The body of one victim, 26-year-old Tina Gibbs of Las Vegas, was found in Northern California, not far from Ford's home. One of the most vile of the trucker killers is Robert Ben Rhodes, who built a torture chamber in his truck. Rhodes murdered 2 couples he picked up hitchhiking, one in Utah, one in Texas, and is suspected of dozens of other murder-torture sagas.
There's some of the most heinous crimes and criminals in the book, including Robert Ben Rhodes, who picked up a 14-year-old girl hitchhiking, hooked her up from fish hooks inside his torture chamber in his rig. Over the course of several weeks across many states, raped and tortured her, leaving her for dead in an abandoned farmhouse.
The most common and most vulnerable pool of victims are the so-called lot lizards, which is the crude name drivers use for the sex workers who ply their trade in the nation's truck stops. Figluzzi met and interviewed many of them for his book, including a few who survived their attacks, and knows that educating these women about the dangers is tough. Many of them have drug addictions and poor judgment, move around a lot, don't let family know where they are, so no one is likely to report them missing. The trucking industry has embraced the effort to find and weed out killer truckers and has installed tracking devices on most corporate-owned rigs. But Figluzzi notes some drivers have learned how to skirt those precautions, and he says there are hundreds of thousands of independent truckers who drive their own rigs and are not being monitored as they cruise along those long stretches of dark and empty highways. George Knapp, 8 News Now.
Hey, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak Wadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect, and much respect to the brothers pushing his word in the 4 winds of the earth. And Shalom to you few sincere sisters out there as well. This brother Ariyah coming at you with another lesson here. And I'm going to try to get through this lesson. I've been dealing with a crazy head cold all week. And yeah, so Salakia for my sniffles and all that. But this is Ecclesiasticus 5:2. I'll read 2-7. And it says, follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart. And say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me? For the Lord is long-suffering, he will in no wise let thee go. Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin. Okay, and that word propitiation pretty much, goes into, appeasing the Lord or doing things that are pleasing to the Lord, okay? And if you use that word appease, it says to pacify, and we all know the Lord ain't no damn baby. I really don't like that word, but it's basically saying, do things that don't piss the Lord off, basically, which a lot of people do. And there's going to be a lot of people that find themselves in a situation where they may get caught up with one of these truckers out here, okay? Because that's crazy. They're saying there's hundreds, there could potentially be hundreds of them, out there. It's potentially, it's not, it's not a fact, okay? But it's definitely potential for it to be true, okay? And they're doing that because they're doing that news clip because there's probably been a lot of gruesome murders on the roads that have not been, Salakia, that have not been solved yet, okay? And they went back and showed you, different truckers that got caught. They said one had a torture chamber in the back of his 18-wheeler, okay? I remember last year I did a lesson on my other page of this Northern Kingdom dude that had a torture chamber in the back of a little van, and he was torturing women back there, okay? But it's not just women, men too. These dudes are sick, man, okay? Just like Ecclesiasticus 39 and 29, I believe, says there be spirits that are created for vengeance. That's 28. 39 and 28, there be spirits that are created for vengeance. Okay, and who's creating these spirits that are created for vengeance? It's the Lord, okay? The Lord's, he has many names in the Bible, but one of them is the Father of spirits, okay? And the King of terrors is another one, okay? And it says, and say not his mercy is great, he will be pacified, right? For the multitude of my sins. For mercy and wrath come from him. Okay, mercy and wrath come from the Lord, okay? And his indignation resteth upon sinners, okay? And this is the point, man. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly, right, unawares, okay, when you least expect it, man, suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Okay, we can't stress this enough to you guys out here, man. Okay? Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. Meaning what? Stop bullshitting, man. If you don't see what type of climate we are in right now, as far as what America is in, and you don't have the mindset to turn to the Lord, or at least pray to the Lord to allow you to turn back to him, then something's wrong with you, man. Okay? And that clip right there just shows you, man, there's a lot of sick individuals out here in the world that love to, they really get off on torturing people. Okay? They get off on blood. They get off on people's screams. They get off on people begging for their life. They get off on the thrill of the catch, okay? And the thrill of the kill. All right, and there's a lot of dudes out here, a lot of truckers out here that's on it like that, man. A lot of people, period. Not just truckers, because they said there's over 100, because they could pretty much see where these truckers are going. But they said there's over 100,000 that are independent truckers that are not being tracked. Okay? So when I saw that, I was like, that's interesting, you know? Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna get through it, man. I'm feeling so horrible right now. Okay, let's get chapter 7 real quick. Okay? I'm gonna read 1 through 3, and it says, "Do no evil, so shall no harm come unto thee, and depart from the unjust, and iniquity shall turn away from thee. My son, sow not upon the furrows of unrighteousness, and thou shalt not reap them sevenfold." Okay, so if you out here continuously doing wickedness, okay, and you're not, departing from the things that you used to do, but you still find yourself doing the same things you were doing when you were in the world, man. Okay, you're treading dangerous waters right there, man. Okay, do no evil, so shall no harm come unto thee. All right, so the point is to depart from evil. Okay, depart from doing evil, and strive to be righteous every day, because you never know, you could find yourself caught up in a situation that you cannot get out of, man. Okay, and there's going to be a lot of them. I mean, if it's an what is it, an electric magnetic pulse, EMP attack, then ain't nobody going to be driving nothing. Okay, but let's just say the society crashes down without an EMP. Okay, and these truckers, because I remember there was a brother that had he had a dream, I believe. And he said in his dream, he saw there was a dude with an 18-wheeler that was just, riding around and capturing women and putting them in the back of his truck, man. Okay? And there's movies like that. There are movies like that. I had looked it up. There's one that's called Joyride, I believe. Okay? There's another one that I did a lesson on last year. Another movie that y'all should check out. It's called the Poughkeepsie Tapes. Okay, it's called the Poughkeepsie Tapes. All right, that's a crazy one. That dude, he had a whole bunch of tapes showing how he would capture women and torture them, man. Okay, and I'm not doing this. I'm doing this video because basically trying to warn the sisters, warn brothers too, man, of the evils that lurk out there, man. There'd be so many things that's going on out here that we don't even think twice about. That's happening right in front of our face that we won't even notice. Okay? Now every time I see a 18-wheeler, that's what I'm gonna be thinking about. Okay? So it's about how getting that warning. Because I never used to think about that when I see an 18-wheeler. Now, when I see an 18-wheeler, that's what I'm gonna be thinking about. Is there a torture chamber in the back of that cab? Let's get Ezekiel 7. Let's get the book of Ezekiel 7. I'm trying to fight through this, brothers and sisters. I really am. Let's get Ezekiel 7. And I'll start here at verse 10. Okay? And it says, oh man. Matter of fact, let's go start at 5. I'll read 5 through 6. It says, "Thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh, and evil and only evil, behold, is come. And end is come, the end is come, and watcheth for thee, behold, it is come. The morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come, the day of trouble is near, and not the sounding again of the mountains." Okay? And that day of trouble is most definitely near. Okay? And you got, a lot of these sickos out here that just can't wait to, be able to do, whatever the hell they want, whenever they want, to whoever they want. Okay? Behold, this is verse 10. Matter of fact, let me see. Let's start at 8. "Now will I shortly pour out my fury upon thee, and accomplish mine anger upon thee. And I will judge thee according to thy ways." That's why, I read Sirach 7:1, okay, where it said, do no evil, so shall no harm come unto thee. Okay? It says, now will I shortly pour out my fury upon thee and accomplish mine anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and I will recompense thee for all thine abominations. Okay? Meaning what, man? You gotta check yourself, man. Make sure that you're not doing things that's pissing the Lord off, man. All right? Because you're going to pay for it in the end. And my eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity. I will recompense thee according to thy ways and thine abominations that are in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord that smiteth. Behold the day, behold it is come, the morning is going forth, the rod hath blossomed, and pride hath budded, and violence is risen up into a rod of wickedness, and none of them shall remain, nor of their multitude, nor of any of theirs, neither shall there be wailing for them. Okay? The time is come, the day draweth near. Let not the buyer rejoice, nor the seller mourn, for wrath is upon all the multitude of thereof. Okay, so all of these, these wicked ass people out here that's just doing wickedness, man, they're gonna be going through these things. Okay, they're gonna find themselves in situations like that, being trapped, in some dude's basement, or being trapped in some dude's truck. Okay, and there ain't gonna be no help for them. They're not gonna be able to call out for help. No one's gonna give a damn about the next person, nor the situation that they're in. People are only gonna care about themselves in this day that's being spoken of, man. Okay, that's why it's best to do, strive to do the right things, man. Okay, because the Lord, if you don't strive to do the right things, the Lord is gonna put you in a wrong situation, man. A situation that you do not want to be in, man. And that's the power of the Lord, man. That's the power of the Lord in his omnipotency. Okay, he's omnipotent, meaning he can do whatever he wants, whenever he wants, to whoever he wants, man. And a lot of people do not consider this, man. Okay, that's why I said, like I said earlier, the Lord is considered the king of terrors, man. Oh, man. Let's get 15 through 18, 15 through 19. And it says, the sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. But they that escape of them shall escape, and shall be on the mountains like doves of the valley, all of them mourning, every one for his iniquity. And all hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water. And they shall also gird themselves with sackcloth, and horror shall cover them, and shall be upon all faces, and baldness upon all their heads. Okay, representing what? Mourning. People are going to be in mourning, man, because of the situations that the Lord is going to have them in, man, for their iniquity, for their wickedness. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Heavenly Father. Okay, you ain't going to be able to buy your way out or talk your way out of the situation that the Lord puts you in. It's not going to be any bargaining at all. Okay, they shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels. And this is speaking of you not even be able to eat. The Lord is going to cut off sustenance from these people as well, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. Okay, so we seeing these people out here doing wickedly day in and day out, and they're going to be in a real fucked up predicament and situations soon coming. We're going to be seeing these things. And when we're seeing these things, we're going to be praising the Lord, man. Okay? We're going to be praising the Lord. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. We're going to be praising the Lord, man. Okay? And being thankful that we're not in these situations that these people are going to be in. They're going to be in some very, very horrible situations, man. Let's get Sirach. I'll end it here, Sirach 34. Whew. Let's get Sirach 34, and I'll just end it here because I'm about to pass out, man. Let's get 12 through 14. Okay. It says, I was oft times in danger of death. Okay? I mean, shit, I know I can remember back before I came into this truth, there's been plenty of times that I should have died, but I didn't. The Lord saved me, and I always wondered why. You know? Had guns pointed at me, gun put to the back of my head. You know what I mean? There's been a lot of situations where I should have died, but the Lord kept me alive, man. I was oft times in danger of death, yet I was delivered because of these things. The spirit of those that fear the Lord shall live, for their hope is in him that saveth them. And whoso feareth the Lord shall not fear, nor be afraid, for he is his hope. Blessed is the soul of him that feareth the Lord. To whom doth he look, and who is his strength? For the eyes of the Lord are upon them that love him. He is their mighty protection and strong stay, a defense from heat, and a cover from the sun at noon, a preservation from stumbling, and a help from falling. Okay? So the Lord knows who loves him. The Lord knows who is with him, who trusts in him. And the Lord knows who has faith in him. And the Lord knows who doesn't. Okay? And those of you out there that don't have the fear of the Lord or faith in the Lord are going to find yourself in dire straits and in perilous situations, man. Okay? And we coming upon them times, man. You see shit is getting worse out here by the second, man. Okay? And soon, when we look out our windows, it's not going to be just people walking up and down the streets, man. It's going to be bloodshed. Okay? It's going to be blood-soaked streets out here. Soon come. Okay? And dudes like that that's on the road, they're going to have a free-for-all, man. Okay? They're going to be like a kid in a candy store out here. Okay? And they're going to be pretty much death angels of the Lord out here, doing the Lord's bidding. Okay? Because the Lord will tell the demon, all right, I want you to jump on this man, and I want you to, take care of what I need you to take care of. Or I need you to do what I need you to do. Okay, and that's how it works, man. It's an order to everything. And that's the order of the Lord on the left-hand side. Okay? So that's something to be afraid of, man. That's just something else. Well, not to be afraid of, but that's just something else to look out for. Okay, as far as, I don't know everyone's situation that watches these videos. This is why sometimes I may do an unorthodox video like this, because you never know what type of situation one might be in. But you could have some brothers and sisters out there that's nomads, that's moving from place to place, okay, that really don't have a home. It's possible. I pray that's not the case, but it is possible. But if it is indeed your reality, watch out, man. For those things on the road, man. There's potential dangers out there, okay? But I just felt like I just wanted to do a quick lesson on this. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to say shalom to the next one.